going to start with Turk. This is all about Turk today. I'm excited. No, listen, this is very surreal to be here. We all shared so many great memories here. It's pretty sentimental, actually, to me. This was my favorite time in my NBA career was here in Orlando. It's second home to me, and a lot of these guys obviously still live here and enjoy calling this home. But just to kick this off, let's give a little intro for you guys. Give a little update on what you're doing. Obviously, Jalen, you're working hard this offseason, have some goals for this season. So let's just get into a little bit of an update with what's going on with you in your life.
It's been a great summer. Again, you talk about how special this place is, and I've spent a lot of my offseason here, So being around the team, being around the front office and the staff, and just all the amazing people, who make up this organization. This is home to me. I have trouble leaving here. So it's been a great summer of work, getting better as a player, as a person. Us as a team are coming along and, excited to show the show, that's coming next year. So.
Turk, I know you spent some time over in Turkey, obviously, but you spent some time over here in the States as well. What are you up to? I know you have your kids and you're a busy man right now, but I'll let you get into the details of all of that.
I don't want to. I still live here, My family lives here, but like you said, I travel a lot. I go back in Turkey. I try to run the basketball side of the country in Turkey, so I have to travel a lot. But Orlando was always home for me, and I'm always enjoying, when I'm around here.
Rashard, yeah, it's a great place. Turk, any more? Do you want to expand? Has anyone ever been to the H restaurant? Is that what it's called? If you ever want to see Hedo Turkoglu, go over to the H restaurant. He's there every night, 7 p.m., reservation. It's under Rashard Lewis. That's the name he puts it in there. Because Rashard's obviously in Houston, so it doesn't bother him. Rashard and I spent some time in Houston. I lived there for 4 or 5 of the past years. I'm currently in Southern California, but Houston's your home, Rashard.
Yeah.
But what have you been up to lately?
Raising my kids, got 3 kids, 2 girls, 1 boy. Also have a program, AAU program called the Rashard Lewis Academy that's been going for 17 plus years. So since I've been retired, I've been helping with that, kind of hands-on. And last year was my first year coaching in the NBA. Was with the Detroit Pistons. Coach Casey drafted me in Seattle, and he brought me on to the Detroit Pistons to help him out with a young team. So that's what I've been doing, mainly raising kids. And first year back in the NBA was last year.
That's awesome, man. I got a 4 and a 2-year-old, so I know what that's like.
It's a full-time job.
I'm in the middle of it, that's for sure. Bo, you've been out here in Orlando. You call this home. You love it out here. And man, just talk a little bit about what's going on in your life and spending time with the community and everything here in Orlando.
I'm with Hedo. Everyone here probably know what I'm doing. I'm the community ambassador with Nick Anderson, and I'm around the city trying to make a difference in the community that supported us. So I'm just trying to give back. I got 3 kids as well, but mine on the other end. I'm 18 and up, so 18, 21, 26. Empty nesters. It's not fun. So not fun. So for y'all youngsters, so that's it. Just being a dad, being a community guy, and just trying to support the community and my kids. So that's it.
It's awesome, man. Awesome.
Appreciate you.
We all love
that's
Bo.
what I'm talking
we love
about.
Bo? Yeah. Bo's the best. Nick, what have you been up to?
Well, Bo touched on it. Here with Bo here in the community, doing things for the organization. And, I kind of reach back in time. I have a 10-year-old that plays football. He plays elite national football. So I'm busy every weekend. Tomorrow, actually, he has a game. He's coached by a I think he should be in the Hall of Famer, maybe soon. And Devin Hester, who played for the Chicago Bears. My son plays for him. I have a daughter that runs track at Horizon West High School here. So I'm a busy dad also, They still pulling the little hair out that I got.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know what you're talking about. I have some grays. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, they're coming in. You guys, we talked a little bit earlier about just memories in this building and just such a special atmosphere. And Jalen and I were just talking about how crazy this fan base is and can be, especially in those playoff environments. And man, I have so many great memories here. This is my favorite arena I've ever played in, and it gets rocking in here. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about memories and past experiences, sort of your most magical moments with the team. So Jalen, let's start with you. What has been thus far, your favorite moment as a Magic player?
Very short. Looking forward to the ones that are coming. But we've had some great games in here, and I think the Miami game last year, late in the season, was up there that we pulled out in overtime. The Golden State Warriors game, I think, tops it off for me, though. The energy that was in here, they were rivaling everyone who was cheering for Golden State in here, and it was a lot of energy. We come out with a great win, and it was a product of not only our play, but the energy and the excitement and that this stadium and the fans brought us. So we feed off that. So looking forward to what's to come. Can't wait for the memories we're making this year because I think they're going to be special ones.
Yeah. When I got traded from New Jersey to the team here, you guys went to the finals obviously the year before, and Jason Williams was on the team. So. Formed a bond with him, and when we made the playoffs my first year here, that was my first playoff experience ever. We didn't make it in New Jersey. And Bubs, we call him Bubs, he turns over to me and he said, if you don't get the chills, there's something wrong with you. And I'll never forget that. And for me, man, when this place was going, because you guys obviously had that incredible year, there were so many expectations for us. This arena, it was the old arena at that time, but man, it was incredible. Definitely had the chills of those games. But Hedo, obviously you lived and played so well, peak of your career during that finals year, and I got a chance to play with you during just an incredible fall after that season. His career. No, I'm kidding, Turk. No. Turk was incredible always.
Listen, I promise to myself I'm not gonna say something stupid. So
I love
holding
you, Turk.
myself. So
I love you, Turk. No, but talk about your greatest Magic memory that you had. I'm assuming it's probably during that finals time.
Being honest, getting here in 2004, it really started for me to be really like special moments, because even right now, wherever I go, I really like to thank everybody because I still get love and respect from all the people around Orlando. So the moment I came here, we had really good times in 04 till 09 and 010. Then you guys didn't want to sign me, so I had to go. Then I have to come back again, so. But we went to the finals, and it was a great time, man. So I really appreciate it. Like I said, man, those memories, we still get together with the guys and we talk, and because after that, I really didn't have much time playing because I was getting older and older. That's why I wasn't playing much. So.
You were getting old. That's for sure.
I do look old right now.
You look great, Turk. Come on.
Next to Nick, I look young. So I should sit next to Nick. I would like to thank you guys, man. I love this city. Like I said, I love raising my kids here, and hopefully we will have time to see this organization with this young generation to reach where we were back in time. And I know they build a really good group of guys here, and I'm sure they will reach it. They have a good coach, good players, and I'm sure one day they will have that success in their career as well too.
Absolutely, well said. Rashard, what was your favorite moment as a Magic player?
Favorite moment, first I want to start with the bond and the connection we had as a team, not only the team, the organization, as well as with the fans. It was like a family atmosphere. That's why we played for each other, and we had that same connection with the fans, being in the community, helping these guys out. It was such a great moment during that time. But that finals run, playing Philly in the first round, going through Boston, beating them on their home court in Game 7, as well as beating the Cleveland Cavaliers to play the Lakers in the finals. That's a memory that I will always have. With Stan being the coach, it was, like I said, a family atmosphere, but making that run was unbelievable, and still think about it to this day. I ain't gonna talk about my Cleveland last second shot because I'm sure that's what I want to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about us as a whole, the city of Orlando, the team, it was just a big family, and we got to try to bring that back.
Just selfless Rashard. I love it. Love it.
I'm surprised Turk passed the ball to me, though. That's the thing.
That's incredible.
I try not to. But
Yeah, Hedo definitely struggled passing the ball a few times or so. But no, Bo, how about you? What was your favorite experience?
I'm gonna touch on just like the guys say, the atmosphere, the fans. They made it so easy for you to play. But I think that Heart and Hustle team is just that whole year, because the beginning of the year, the media, all the beat writers and all, they gave us 16 wins. So when you're on the court, like Rashard said, that bond you have with the guys that are in that circle, like, okay, that's what it is. We're going to put the work in and change your thought process. By the end of the year, we won 41 games, half a game out of the playoffs, and I don't want to talk about that game. Milwaukee Bucks game, yeah. If anybody was there, y'all remember that rebound rolling all the way down the court. Okay, Nick, your turn.
It's a lasting memory for you, Bo, huh? Nick, how about you?
Well, it's obvious it's a lot of folks sitting in those stands that remember the day one, 1989. I guess, Turk, I'm my age.
Ask Jalen, was he born?
Were you born?
I was not a thought yet.
No, he wasn't a thought. But watching this organization start from where it started to where it is today, I remember those times practicing at the rec center. We had to kick the kids out the gym to get on the floor to practice. Those memories like that, to see it evolve, going in time a little bit, reaching the finals, with Shaq and Penny and Horace and all those guys. We were a group that hung out together. We practiced hard. We played together. Alex will tell you, Alex sitting over there, we had a bond to, being a young team. They said we're talented, but we have no experience to go far. We ended up beating the Celtics. I can say I played the last game ever played in the Boston Garden because we shut it down. The next year they moved into the new facility. MJ comes back. I made a statement about 45 is not like 23. Had to live with it. Yeah, even though I didn't mean it like that, but hey, it came out that way. Going on and beating the Pacers, Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller, and all those guys. Coach Brown, they talked about, they good, but they're not going to beat us, and we sent them home to shut that game here. It was the loudest game I ever played here when we ran them out the gym to go to the finals, and it was just special. Those moments, just reaching back in time and thinking about how it started and where it is today. Just all those moments. I have special moments all the time.
Yeah, it's one thing in common I heard from everybody is that team bond that this organization kind of builds. It starts from the top down. The DeVos family's been incredible to each and every one of us. But that team camaraderie and that community spirit along with that team camaraderie does not happen in other organizations. I played in many. I, like Turk, was traded around a lot at the end of my career. Once I got older, I got a little No, I love you, Turk, again. No, but I played on a number of different organizations that were not that way. It's a special place here. It's a special atmosphere. We all don't take it lightly. That's why we're all back here. We want to show our love back to you guys and the fans, and obviously, we're still hanging out and talking. There's not a whole lot of old teammates that do this kind of stuff. But just jumping into the next set of questions, Rashard, I want to start with you. Man, I cannot imagine the experience of jumping from high school straight into the NBA. And I wanted to touch into what is that experience like? I mean, I had 2 years in college, but I had a team around me, even with the decisions of where to go to college, when to jump into the NBA, to get an agent. I mean, there's a lot of decisions that go into that. How was that decision for you, and did you have a team around you to help you with that?
Well, back then, you couldn't have an agent. There were certain rules you had to follow by, or I wouldn't be able to go to college. And my whole thing, you know, when I was a senior playing in high school, I heard the rumors that I had a chance to go into the draft. But you didn't believe it because you couldn't really believe it was just a rumor until I had one high school game playing against our rivals. Don Nelson, which was coaching for the Dallas Mavericks, was standing right under the basket, which I didn't really know him at the time. As we was warming up, big tall guy, I didn't know him. I go to the bench before we get ready to play, and they're like, Don Nelson is here. And I'm like, who is Don Nelson? They're like, the coach for the Mavericks. So, and it's like, look, he's under the basket. So I'm looking under the basket, big tall guy just standing there. So that's when I figured out that the rumor was true, that I may have a chance to jump to the NBA. But it was definitely a tough transition. Thought I would get picked in the lottery, ended up falling to the second round, which you're not guaranteed a contract. You have to make the team. And back then, when you declare your name for the draft, there's no going back to college. So it's either make the team or go overseas and play. And as a high school kid, you know, I've never been out of the country, so it was a very tough transition for me. So we had a lockout that year. Season locks out right after the draft. I go in the second round, so I'm nervous. I go home and I just work out and train my tail off with a lot of Rockets players, local NBA players. And I think that really helped my game and my confidence level, because the draft honestly broke me down. If we had training camp right after that, I don't know if I would have made the team. You know, I had to kind of rebuild myself up during that lockout, work my tail off, and once the lockout was over with, went down to Seattle. A week before the draft started, was playing pickup basketball. I went out there, first day I played pickup game, just being very athletic, hustling, doing the little things. Before camp started that following week, I go back to play pickup the next day. The general manager calls me upstairs and gives me a 2-year, I feel like I'm, you know, bringing back the memories, but he gives me a guaranteed 2-year deal for the minimum, which it brought tears to my eyes because, you know, I'm an 18-year-old kid that wants to be drafted into the NBA, went in the second round. Now I have to make the team. I can't go back to college, so I didn't know where my life was headed. When they gave me that 2-year deal, I called my mom, let her know I signed a deal, and I felt like this is where I worked myself off of this 2-year deal to make myself, you know, stick in the league. And I was happy to get that 2-year deal because I couldn't go to college, and I didn't know where I was headed. So I'm just excited that putting that work in, you know, it really does pay off in the future. So I commend you guys to continue to keep putting in the work.
It's so crazy to me to think of a 17-year-old having to deal with all those pressures and getting money like that and calling your mom like, yeah, I can pretty much provide for myself. I think I'm okay now, you know.
Hey, but that first phone call to mom I was crying because, you know, drafted in the second round, coming out of high school. I didn't know what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then when he gave me that guaranteed deal, I didn't want to go to training camp trying to make the team. I'm going against grown men as a teenager. Yeah. So I didn't know what that experience was going to be like for me. But I was lucky that they gave me a 2-year deal for the minimum, and I worked off that. So I was blessed.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Did anybody ask you for money back that they had loaned you? You know they do that, right?
Yeah. Man, I wasn't making much money back then, so at the time, I think I was borrowing money.
Remember when I bought you that cupcake? Can I get paid?
You know, you got new cousins, uncles, aunts. It was a lot of people that definitely wanted money back.
Hedo, you had a lot of decisions to make when you were a young player as well. You played 4 years in Turkey right before you made the jump to the NBA. Is that right? Yeah, so yes. You obviously you went to Sacramento, my hometown. Nick, you obviously played there as well. And
we played with Nick together.
Yeah, see, when I was out there, Turk was a rookie. Yeah, so I had the opportunity.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys know that.
Hey, how old you are? Dang.
Hey, Hedo, you can tell
It's been 25 years.
It's old. It's from young to old right here. So,
But as a Kings fan growing up, I loved watching you play. I admired the Kings guys, which is pretty, it was always surreal to call you my friend, teammate, and to be able to watch you growing up during my favorite years of watching basketball. It was an awesome experience to be on the same court with you, but you had a journey through your time in Sacramento. Obviously, you guys had lots of success there. You became a star, though, when you came here to Orlando, and you became the most improved player. I mean, that's something you and I have in common, that most improved player award. What do you think led to the success of that? Did coaching or opportunities, or what led you to that huge jump in your career?
I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't want to give credit to no coaches, nobody. No, I had really great time, like you said. I was really lucky, especially like drafting by the Kings. Those years, Nick was part of it. I was rookie, and we were really one of the fun team to watch. And I was able to be part of those. Then I had to go to San Antonio for a year. Then, they signed me here. Of course, I had good times with Johnny Davis and Brian Hill. I want to give credit to them. But me as a player, I made a jump. I always tell this with Stan. So I really love to give a shout out to Stan, and he really gave me opportunity. I don't know what he saw in me. He still didn't tell me about it. But, he gave me opportunity, and I was really experienced. I started really playing basketball professionally around 16, 17 years old overseas. So it's pretty much being around good teammates, good coaches, and on the end, Stan just giving me opportunity to show my skills. It's also helps you when you have good teammates around you, like the guys like Rashard, Jameer, Dwight, and also other guys too. So I was just lucky to be able to be healthy and be able to do my thing, what I love to do, and I'm just thankful. I want to really shout out to Stan for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can all say the same thing about Stan Van Gundy and his impact in our career, especially if, for the three of us that were coached by him. He impacted my career tremendously in so many ways. I probably wouldn't have played as long in the NBA or had as much success as I did without him teaching me all the finest details that first year. Rashard would guard me in practice, and it's like, the screaming and yelling, those moments, yeah, that was directed towards me 95% of the time that first year. But he saw something in me, so that was purposeful. It's not just to pick out somebody. He saw something in you. The same thing as me. Bo, my first interaction with you, or one of my first memories was in Philly. Jameer put on some summer camps and stuff there where we'd all play pickup together, and Bo's retired for I don't know how many years. The guy probably in pickup games is getting 20 boards and 30 points, looking like how is this guy retired right now? And you still look like you could play. You still fit in that jersey well.
Don't let him fool you. He still do it today.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, I was going to ask you, Bo, are you still playing pickup? Are you still as competitive as you used to be? And what kind of fountain of youth juice are you drinking to be able to look the exact same you looked 20 years ago?
Am I playing? No. Like I told you, I like myself too much. Nah, I play golf. I can get in a golf cart, drive around, hit the ball. I don't chase the ball. I just hit it. Do I work out? Yes. Why I look like this? Probably because I laugh all the time. Just when I was retired, my thing was, if most of y'all know me, Jalen probably don't know, I got in the league because of effort and energy. Unlike you guys was very skilled at getting buckets and all that. I had to dive on the court, slide under the table, get a rebound, make sure you got open, and you got open. So I just continued to do that through my course of the career. But like you guys said, y'all had Stan Van Gundy. I had Chuck Daly. When I got here and he came, he gave me opportunity to just go be me. And I didn't really know who I was. He's like, just go do whatever. So he would just literally tell me to go in and say, go do something. I was like, okay. I didn't know what to do, but I just did it. So he'd allow me to bring the ball up, call a play, and I figured I would be the point guard. And if I was the point guard, you had the worst shooter with the ball, so you had to guard me. And when I didn't have it, you wasn't going to guard me. So he'd say, Bo, you run the point, throw the ball. That's how I got triple doubles, because he made a lot of shots for me. I appreciate you, Nick, my man.
Well, I don't think Bo gives himself a lot of credit when we played together. He's probably the only guy that I know to this day that can guard his man and two other guys at the same time. He was always all over the floor. You knew if you got beat, he was standing there right there with the help. So he has to give himself for credit, because you talking about hard and hustle, this man is sitting right here.
I appreciate that, Nick, but I told you I couldn't shoot. I had to do something. I had to be good at something.
Absolutely. You're perfect for the league right now, though, Bo. This is the game. You got to guard 1 through 5
Hold
now.
up.
You got to do it all.
Don't go there. Do not go there. You want me to ask a question? You want me to ask the fans? I'm going to ask my teammates. Okay, how many three-pointers did I make in my career? How many three-pointers did I make in my career? And I played 14 years. Anybody want to take a guess? Show of hands here. I'm going to start with the young fella.
50?
No.
Higher, lower?
I appreciate that. My dog. I can play with you all the time.
That's props right now.
Hey, you ain't nowhere. You ain't nowhere near. This guy right here, he's really close.
Just one. You made one, Bo.
No, man, I made more than one.
All right.
You made one?
I made 3.
Three?
That was the next number. That was the only next number we could get to right there.
Hey, wait. And they weren't even like legit. They were like from half court.
I was very generous.
Can we see that?
Yeah, is there video of
there a
it?
video
we,
of that?
we couldn't
It's
find the
only
video,
a video of
Bo's,
3 shots being made, man. It's not going to take long.
which is perfect for this segment right here.
We would
Bo.
love
We
to
don't
see it,
have-
man. We would love to see
Hey,
it.
man, Hedo, stop it. That's just like you making a dunk. Like you dunking the ball, it's kind of like me shooting a 3. It's the same thing, man.
Wow. We should do a Hedo. We should do a Hedo roast one time.
No,
I
that's
think
not
it'd
the
be-
roast. That's my guy. He talking about my
could still be
three-pointer.
your
I'm
guy
touched by
and
that.
have
Man,
a
you hurt
roast.
me.
All right, Nick. So you're up next. Bo, you're crazy. So obviously we talked about you and Hedo in Sacramento. Back to, I admired you as well growing up. I loved watching you play, and to be able to interact with you over the years, playing here, I always weighed pretty heavy the things that you would tell me. I always admired and respected you. But my question to you is, was there advice or a coach or somebody that you admired through your career that gave you advice, that lasted to help you throughout your successful career?
And not only, Matty Gukas was my coach my rookie year, but, I give credit to him, but I have to give a lot of credit to Coach Hill. Coach Hill, well, we as players, he gave you the real deal, and he was always on me. He didn't let me slide with anything, and I respected that. He let me go out and play my game. My game, I think it was predicated. I love playing defense, and I guarded the hardest opponent on the next on the Reggie Millers, the Michael Jordans, the Clyde Drexlers, and that got me going, got my offense going. But Coach Hill, I give him a lot of credit. He stayed on me. He believed in me. He really believed in me, and as Bo mentioned, Chuck Daly gave him opportunity, stand with you, Hedo, and I love Coach Hill unconditionally. That's my man. Mm-hmm. I have most respect for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody needs somebody. I'm sure each individual, you guys have your own story of somebody that impacted your life. For me, it was one of my AAU coaches told me when I was in high school, walk on the court like you're the best player no matter who you're playing, who your opponent is. I remember during some of my first, national anthem lineups, you're looking across, I'm seeing like Tim Duncan. I'm about to guard Tim Duncan, me, Kevin Garnett. But I'd have to think that guy's got to guard me 3 feet outside the three-point line, so he doesn't want to be out there, So you kind of have to build up your own ego, and you have to have those words of wisdom from people that you respect, admire. Jalen, obviously you've had such a successful start. This team has a ton of potential. We were even talking about that in the hallway. You're excited about this season. Tell us your goals for this year and kind of give the Magic fans a little insight of what you expect to see this season.
I think just being more consistent with our work. We had moments last year where, we're beating those best teams in the league and, we're bringing energy, we're playing really well. It's just, we're young team, trying to figure out how to do that consistently on a night-to-night basis. And, I think us being so close, not only us players, but the coaching staff, I'll go to Mose, Coach Nate, Coach Jesse, Coach Oz. I can go to all of them about any basketball problem or life problem. And, I think when you have that, you want to play your heart out and give them your all while you're on the court. So, I think we're all kind of in that same mindset. We're all chasing the same goal, and we've seen what we can achieve, together. So, coming into this season, I think we're all pretty excited. We're all hyped, ready to start training camp. And, we've been around each other this summer. We spend time and we're playing together. So, yeah, definitely looking in to make a statement and, not be that young team anymore, but, the one that when you come into Amway, and come play the Magic, you need all your bodies, full mental focus and all your energy, because we're going to bring it every night. So,
Love that. Just the energy and the atmosphere. Rashard and I did a little tour around the new facility, which is incredible, and we kept saying they had to wait for us to leave to build this, of course.
A little jealous.
Yeah. No, we thought this was the best. I still love these facilities here, but that is a resort. It's incredible. Yeah, you guys have such a bright future ahead of you and a great crew, and I'm excited to watch you guys grow as a group. Do we have time? Okay. Let's end this with some video clips. Do you guys want to see some highlights of these guys? Okay. Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait,
Before,
loud
minute.
enough.
Whoa,
Let's hear a
whoa.
little bit more noise, fans, for these guys.
hold on, Ryan. Before that, you asking us all the questions. Let me ask you a question.
All right, you sure? Shoot.
So, getting drafted into the NBA and playing in the league, tell us about how you came up. College, NBA, everything.
Yeah, for me,
Who made that mistake?
it was the New Jersey Nets.
Which team was it?
The New Jersey Nets made that
okay.
mistake. But, I definitely did not develop into the player that I became until I came here. I didn't really know what my role was going to be coming into the NBA. I never expected to play professional basketball. I came from a family that was very not sports-oriented. My dad and my mom they love art and music and all that kind of stuff. So I never watched games growing up, except Kings games every once in a while. But that was just me by myself. I love the game. Doors opened, and I had an opportunity after my second year in college at Berkeley to the Pac-10 was loaded then, and so all that talent, we had so many guys going to the league that are still playing today, stars, in the game, and that was enough for me to, I led the Pac-10 in scoring and rebounding, so it wasn't going to get much better than that for me. So I knew I was going to be a first-round pick, so had to take that leap of faith, and yeah, but everything changed when I came here, and I was kind of a throw-in in the Vince Carter package deal from New Jersey. I was a part of that deal, and I looked at that as a chip on my shoulder. I got something to prove. But I do have to thank you guys, really. I mean, the amount of shooting drills the three of us did, and just your leadership and guidance, man, it was so impactful in my career. So really, thank you guys. But should we get into the videos? Let's do a little bit of highlights, okay? If I can get it out of this jacket.
I don't
It's
think
real
I got
crisp,
this.
fresh jacket, Shelly.
Hey, Ryan,
Thank you.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I got that many highlights.
What's that?
I don't got that
We
many highlights.
actually have a special video for you. I don't know what it is, but it's highlight-oriented, I guess.
I'm not sure about that one.
All right, Nick, let's just roll the video, and I have a question for you. Let's roll the video for Nick.
He missed them both. Rebound Okeke. Suggs. Cross court. Jalen for three. He drills it. 4 seconds left. No timeouts for the Bulls. Magic lead by 1. DeRozan. Midcourt. Hoisting. It's no good. And the Magic.
So Nick Anderson, you look awful young in that video. And that was a great, I didn't know they had 4K back then, or 8K TVs. Jalen, sorry. We got the order mixed up. No, it's fine. All right, Jalen, tell me about that game and that experience right there.
We've had battles with Chicago. We've had some battles with Chicago, and one of my favorite moments in here was the Chicago game. And they usually travel pretty well, and there were some fans sitting there, just repping Orlando. They were in our arena, trying to rep Chicago, and for a place that's my home, I want to protect, and it means so much to me, and playing and being a part of this organization means so much to me. So, just trying to rep, Orlando. So that game was big. We've had some good games against them. We needed a win. We're on the road. We were starting a road trip. We were going to Indiana for back-to-back games next, and we battled. We were up. We were down. They came back, and what a moment that was to share with my teammates. And just to have them all embracing me and congratulating me, and to share that with them, I think was special. Definitely special.
Those are incredible memories, getting on the bus.
I appreciate that. Anytime we play the Bulls, put it on them, so when I go home, I can talk smack.
Those are the best memories, though, when you have games like that and you get on the bus, you head back or get on the flight or whatever. Everybody's in the best mood. You just feel such a high from that. It's great.
I was running through the tunnel to go back to the locker room. I was screaming, "Let's go home!" Always grabs me on the shoulder and says, "We got to go to Indy first."
I love that.
Great day.
I love that. So we're playing mystery video. Yeah, we're playing mystery video. Throw up the next one.
A couple of games ago, and had a very good finds Nick, who's freed up. Good. Now that Blaine. Anderson leans in. It's it away. Dishes to Anderson. 20-footer. Good. Around Bernard King. Leaning right-hander. No. Follow by Anderson. Around Anderson. Let's fly. 40 free throws have been attempted in this game already. Good. And he'll fire for a three. And bank it in. Anderson again, another three-point shot, and another three-point. Petrovic tried to pass it on the baseline. Ahead to Anderson. He's got Bowie and Robinson to beat. Oh, he did. Nice, Mr. Anderson. 28. Seconds left.
What does it feel like to be in the zone like that?
What about the haircut?
I was going to ask you about that. Why? You could still do it, just a gray version. It's just a gray version of it.
I don't think it'll grow that much.
What did that game feel like to you?
Well, first, I wasn't supposed to play that game. I had a pulled hamstring, and Anthony Bowie started in place of me, and he got in early foul trouble. And Coach Gukas came to me and asked me, did I have anything to give? And I said, well, I'll try. I had this big on my leg, whatever. I don't. It was like a knee brace, but for your thigh, my hamstring. And I went out there and, hit a couple of shots, made a couple of moves, felt good. And Scott Skiles, Scott Skiles, you talking about a gritty guy. He was fine to me. I was knocking down shots, and it just kept coming. Just felt like I couldn't miss. Even that lean-in three that banked off the backboard. It's like, make a shot like that, something's about to be going on right after you make something like that. And the guys just kept feeding me and knocking down shots, making moves. Once you get in that zone, and guys, everybody out here.
I don't know that, so no.
It's interesting you mentioned being hurt and coaches asking you, give me what you got.
Yeah.
There's a thing, I don't know the technical term, but the podcast I'm doing is focusing a lot on performance and mental health. That's what I'm passionate about this next phase of my life. But there's a term when you're focused on something else other than your shot and the details and all this thing. You're just focused on getting through the game. Those are some of the games I've had my best games. I remember throwing up in the bathroom before Philly. I didn't think I was going to have an opportunity. One of you guys got hurt. And it's like, Ryan, you're playing. And I had 20 boards and 16 rebounds that game. I didn't think I could play a minute. I looked like Bo Outlaw out there, just on the rebounding end. It's so crazy how that happens. You can just lock in and focus on just getting through the game, and then you have your greatest performances. It's wild.
It's just going out, as you mentioned. You know, you're not focusing on that injury. You just, it's like it never happened. And then when you can knock down a couple of shots, and you know, you get that groove, you get that feeling. You know, that shot is just like it's perfect, and you just
That flow state.
You just,
yeah,
that flow
state.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Next video, whoever this is.
Hey. See how I rotate my legs? Hey, no! And he chasing his son.
I did my homework. I told you I did my homework.
Look, just take a look at that. Just take a picture of that.
I just fell off of school.
And we got electric.
That's it. He said you had no highlights.
Oh, what happened? What happened, and who on earth took that video? What's going on, Bo?
Who do I need to talk to? We're going to get that removed permanently.
He's in the community. That's
As
Bo
you
out.
notice, you're going to put my highlight after this highlight, and you notice mine is no points, no buckets, or nothing. Didn't I tell y'all? Y'all are not right. Y'all should have started me out first with that.
But you know, that same energy you see right there on that video was out on the floor. That same energy.
So that's all it was.
Bo, you've always had the greatest personality and that smile and your laughter and keeping everything lighthearted, even in the craziest time. We had some crazy moments with our crew and you always kept it lighthearted though, and I appreciate that about you. I mean, that's your personality right there, which is great. We love you for it, Bo, but next time maybe get the guy a highlighter.
Can I get a bucket or something?
Give him at least one of his
rebound,
three-pointers.
a rebound or something like,
Yeah,
come on, man.
Right? Come on. Sorry, Bo. I didn't do this. I didn't do that for you.
I'm quite sure you had something to do with this. I'm quite sure.
No,
We're going to use that one for Bo.
All right, let's roll the next one.
Come in because he has played well defensively against Eddie House. Turkoglu is open for three. Hedo Turkoglu. Turkoglu for three. Paul Pierce open up the second quarter with that jumper. Anthony Johnson has come on for the first time for the Magic. Here's Turkoglu with a runner. Celtics. Turkoglu. So Hedo Turkoglu. Shot clock down to 5. Good job by Pierce on Turkoglu. Has to force and hits.
That is a tough shot, especially going left, feeling that you were.
Redick hit a three just a moment ago. Turkoglu for three. Here in the fourth. And the Magic with a 13-point lead. Turkoglu, it counts on the foul. Here's Turkoglu for three. Oh, that's a huge shot. Orlando Magic getting magnificent games here tonight from Hedo Turkoglu, Dwight Howard, Rachel Alston. Turkoglu off balance, doing it from all angles, and the Celtics call.
That was 2009 Eastern Conference Finals Game 7, I believe, right there, Turk. That is impressive to do that under those lights. For me it was, yeah. I never had a performance like that. That was impressive, Turk. So what was it like playing in Game 7 like that? Were you just feeling it too? Flow state.
It was a regular night for me, so. Those are the moments for you to talk about the rest of your life.
Just nothing
for me.
special. Yeah. Just every other day, huh? Just a day at work. Yeah. Well, that was impressive, and we all loved that game. Pretty historic performance, but we could play it down as much as you want, Turk. That was great, yeah. So,
I mean, I was telling you before, when you have a coach has your back and believe in you, and your teammates, give that confidence to you. All you have to do is just go out there and just enjoy it. I was really enjoying every moment, so we all had those moments, you can feel it as a player when you have that support from your team, from your coach. All you have to do is just go out there and just perform in highest level. So I was really thankful to have all these guys around me, coaching, my teammates, and all I have to do is just really go out there and do what I do.
Yeah, that was an incredible performance. I love watching that at home on my TV, not playing in the playoffs that season, but incredible. Do we have one more? Is there one last video? Let's roll that last one.
To his right, there's Turkoglu. Lewis for three. The Orlando Magic, second in the NBA by Williams. Here's Lewis. Yes! A clutch shot by Rashard Lewis. Cavaliers up by 2. Lewis pops it out to Turkoglu. Lewis for 3. Yes! Orlando has taken a 1-point lead. And here it is. Williams in one motion got it off and went back rim. The Orlando Magic have defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers 107.
Such a huge play. Walk us through that moment right there.
Man, that was game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And one thing I remember, of course, it's my first time being to Eastern Conference Finals. But one thing I remember, when the game started, the pace of the game, they was flying up and down the court. I think the first time out, we came to the bench. We was down like 15 points early on in that game, Turk, remember. We came to the bench during the first time out like, oh, my gosh. You know, we didn't know what we got ourselves into playing against Cleveland, which was the best team in the league that year. I think they had only like 2 or 3 losses at home that year. And LeBron James obviously was one of the best players in the league. But being in the Eastern Conference Finals, like I said, was down 15 early. Coach told us to calm down, relax, and let's chip away at it. And I think by halftime, we was down maybe 2 or 4 points. But it was a battle all the way to the end. We fighting tooth and nail, going at it, back and forward. Come down to that last play. They drew the play up, and I remember driving to the basket, and it was good defense. So I kicked it back out to Turk, which I didn't think he would pass it back to me. So thank you, Turk. But I was so into the game and wanted to win the game, I came running back out, and Turk passed the ball right back to me, gave Rashard a jab step, and when I knocked down that 3, you know, like they always say, the playoffs don't start until you win on the road. And that was game 1, Eastern Conference Finals on the road, best team in the league, and we won game 1. So we knew we had a chance to make it to the finals. We was really extremely excited about those playoffs.
Yeah, that was an incredible run you guys had. Great videos, too, especially Bo's. Love that one the best.
Appreciate that, Ryan.
I could honestly talk to you guys for hours. I have a million more questions for you. Maybe we'll do this again sometime, but thank you guys for taking the time and coming out here. Thank you guys for sticking around. We went over the time we're supposed to go for the videos, but what's that? Yeah, they don't have a video for me or Bo, really.
Yeah.
So,
No video, Ryan? What?
No.
next time, you're going to host. Turk's going to host. He just committed. You saw it. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, we got another video, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Hi, I'm Ryan Anderson, and this is a little game that we invented called snoggle. The thing that's great about snoggle is that anybody can play this game. All you need is a basketball and some kind of basketball rack lodged into a cement wall in a really, really expensive arena. That's all you need. And so this is how the game's played. Now, I really don't know the measurement of the distance where you have to start. How far would you say this is, Brad? Brad has no idea. 20 feet. So stand approximately 20 feet behind the line, and the goal, Brad, would you like to demonstrate? The goal is to get it into the rack, either top or bottom rack. Now, that was a horrible throw. That was a horrible snoggle. Now, see, Brad, that was actually a great demonstration. That right there would be a 2-pointer because it's on the second rack, the top rack. Now you can either, see, Dwight Howard, we have fans. Why are you watching then? Leave. All right, so as you can see, this game is attracting a ton of followers, and this is bringing in a lot of attention. So, snoggle, S-N-O-G-G-L-E.
Wow.
Okay, Ryan,
That
I don't
was
feel
good. How crazy is it that was close to 15 years ago? Isn't that insane? It's still over there. We're going to play some snoggle after this. Anybody want to have a special experience snoggle from the legendary coach and inventor? I'm here. I'll show you the ways. But thank you for that video. So yeah, guys, once again, I could talk to you guys for hours. I appreciate this time, and let's do it again. Appreciate you guys.
With a highlight.
Thank you,
Thank
fans,
you, fans.
also
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Appreciate it.
Magic fans, let's hear it for Nick Anderson, Bo Outlaw, Rashard Lewis,
Was it a little long?
Hedo
Too long?
Turkoglu, Jalen Suggs, and Ryan Anderson.